Hi and welcome. I'm joined by five Eurovision fans ready to discuss one of this year's Eurovision entries. My name is Charlotte. I'm from Denmark. I'll be your host today. Now, let's meet our panel of Eurovision fans before we start talking about the Australian entry. Miljan, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Miljan. I'm from Serbia. I'm 39 years old. I've been watching Eurovision and being a fan since 1987. I'm a radio show host, entertainment journalist. I sing in choirs, I compose choral music, and I have several podcasts, one of them being about Eurovision.
Hello, my name is Vivienne. I live in Australia. I've lived here for 40 something years. I was born in Ireland. I've lived in Spain as a child, and I have a brother who has lived in Denmark for nearly 50 years. So I've got some Danish there as well. And I've been a fan of Eurovision probably since I was 5 years old, from 1970, when Ireland, of course, won their first Eurovision. That's it.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of fans still remembering Dana.
Yeah, Dana, with all kinds of everything.
G'day, mate. I'm Craig. I'm from Australia. Been a Eurovision fan since 2006. Really look forward to Eurovision coming around every year. Not that it ever finishes, really. We all know that. But I'm really happy to be here and talk about this song.
Hi, my name is Alberte. I'm 21 years old, and I've been watching Eurovision since 2010 and been a super fan since 2014. Every single year, it's my job in the family and with my best friend to come with the facts about Eurovision all evening and annoy everyone trying to watch it.
My name is Sara. I'm from Sweden, and I'm also half Norwegian. I have been following Eurovision since 1999. I've been a super fan since 2006. And for me, Eurovision sort of never ends. I start watching in December when Albania have their national final, and then I just keep going.
So the song we'll talk about today is from Australia. They have internally reselected their 2020 participant, Montaigne. This year, she will sing the song Technicolour. Sara, what do you think about this one?
Finally, I love it. This is my winner this year. I'm very happy that I get to talk about it, as you can tell. I wasn't a huge fan last year. My girlfriend actually had Don't Break Me as her winner last year, and we both have Technicolour as our winner this year. So we love the song. I think it's incredibly cool. I can't remember when I last heard something like it in Eurovision. It feels like the most, I as an LGBTQ person, it feels like the most queer entry we've had since perhaps Bulgaria 2016. So I'm very happy to see some, well, I don't know how she identifies, but it feels queer, the performance and everything. It just feels like a very unstraight entry. I'm happy to see it, and I really hope she does well because the song is incredibly cool.
Well, I'm sorry, but I kind of feel the opposite way, actually. Don't Break Me was my third place, I think, of last year, and I just loved it to death. But I'm not really fond of Technicolour. It is, however, my guilty pleasure, because even though I'm not too fond of it and it's my 17th, I listen to it a lot. And I think it's because it's growing a little bit on me. Like I started out really hating it, but I've grown to kind of like it, but not too much. I think it's cringy in some parts. Sorry, Australians. I just don't like the speaking parts, and I don't like the video at all, where she's just kicking out in the air and doing the weird dancing, and I find it too bizarre. But she has an incredible voice, and huge kudos to her for having that voice, and she just seems like a nice person. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best either.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Montaigne. I've been fortunate enough to see her live at WOMAD, where I am in Australia. And a lot of her other songs, I really love them. For me, this song, I can't put my finger on it. Like, I like it, but I don't love it. And it's just one of those songs that I can see the potential of it. It could go either way on the stage, but I sit on the fence on this one. For me, it's right in the middle, even though I'm a big Montaigne fan.
And moving on to the other Australian, Vivienne.
Oh, yes. Well, Montaigne, I hope I'm not being biased, but I think she's fantastic. I just love her vibe. I know it's about the song, but the way she delivers it, I mean, she did deliver it at the Sydney Mardi Gras, so that's why it was a little bit more queer. And I think she might be bisexual, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so it was, the video was put out to look like more, you know, kick-ass sort of thing. And but I think they're going to change it for the Eurovision. So I don't know. Yes, I agree with Alberta with some of the wording when she just says words. It's a little bit off-putting, but I like it because I like that electro pop song, and it makes me want to dance, and it makes me feel like I'm 16 again.
Oh, you had to leave me for last. I'm sorry. I love Australia and Eurovision, and I'm one of those people who always goes around and explains to people who usually don't watch Eurovision, but every year they ask, why is Australia in Eurovision? Try to explain why it is in Eurovision, why I think that it deserves more than some traditional countries who don't respect the contest and send, sorry for the word, shitty songs to the contest. Why Australia is deserving to be in Eurovision. But this year, I mean, they've had many good songs. They have a few misses, but I don't think they've ever had a miss like this one. Now, let me explain. First, the song itself is very cool, and like Sara said, I don't think we've ever had such a well-produced song at Eurovision. I don't remember ever hearing anything like this in Eurovision. It's a very well-constructed arrangement of sounds in the song, which we never had in Eurovision. But her voice, she has that tone quality of voice which isn't very suitable for singing, especially not singing live. It just irritates the hell out of me, and I think they did themselves a huge disfavor of choosing her to sing this song and choosing that video as the display for the song, because I've watched the unedited version of the video from the Mardi Gras, and it sounds just horrible. I mean, this kind of song and her voice needs that studio producing, which she won't have live. And they pulled a Madonna, like when Madonna sang in Tel Aviv, she had re-released her performance with edited vocals and cleaned out vocals. That's what Australia did, and it still didn't help. So, good song, bad vocals, no for me.
And we have two locals with us tonight. Vivienne, can you tell how the reactions have been in Australia towards this song?
Well, I think from what I read, it's been mixed. It's hard to gauge in Australia because, you know, Montaigne isn't mainstream, so you won't hear her on the radio all the time. You'll hear her on, a specific radio station like Triple J. So from what I read, you know, some fans were complaining that the song wasn't going to do well, or it should have been somebody else. But some people are still complaining since 2019 because they wanted an Indigenous Australian to represent Australia, or they wanted someone with an Italian background or a Greek background. And but I just think that, you know, it's sour grapes, and a lot of other people think she's amazing and fantastic and will do well.
And speaking of how well this will do, Australia is one of two countries with a perfect strike, meaning they have managed to reach the final in all their participations. Will they keep that perfect strike this year? If we start with Miljan this time?
Well, as I say about many countries, they've come through with worse songs, so I don't see why they wouldn't come through with this song. But I think it could be this year's shock non-qualifier.
Of course it's going to get through. So, yes, that's what I say. I'm going to pray hard.
This song is in the semi-final of death, let's be honest. There's going to be 2 or 3 amazing songs that miss that semi-final, and I do think Australia this year will struggle to qualify. Mind you, I said that with Kate Miller, Heidke, and I said that with Isaiah, and they both qualified. I have opinions on those songs, but I mean, talking about this song, I don't think it's going to qualify personally. It's not like some songs. It hasn't gone into our charts at all. It hasn't gone into the top 40. It's not on the radio over here. So even though I'm a big Montaigne fan and I would love her to qualify, I think this year Australia's perfect qualification record is going to end. Don't hate me, but that's what I think.
And Alberte?
I remember when Katie Miller Heidke did Eurovision, I saw a YouTube video that said that Australia had gone full "if you can't beat him, join him," because Eurovision has always been like a contest for wacky songs. And I definitely think that they've done the same thing with Technicolour, that it is wacky like a lot of the Eurovision songs. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I just mean that it's a little more out there than other Australian entries. But I do think that a lot of people are really excited to see Australia in Eurovision and will always be thinking, what will Australia do next, and support Australia. So I think it will either qualify by like miles or it will be a shock non-qualifier. It's really hard to tell because they have definitely sent better songs. And at some point, I think that maybe Europe will say, yeah, we've seen that before, but I can't really tell. It's going to be a mystery, I think. Yeah, mystery, that's the word.
I wish I could say yes with certainty, but I can't. I have no idea how this is going to be, accepted at Eurovision. Like I said, it feels like the most queerest entry in many years, and I have no idea how either the audience or the jury will react to this. Probably more the audience than the juries, but I have no idea. I really hope they will make it through. Like I said, it's my winner, so here's for hoping and praying.
And I will go totally opposite of Sara, because where this might be her winner, this is among the worst for me this year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the two Australians, but this song just isn't for me. It's not my cup of tea. I acknowledge that it's a very difficult and complex song. I am fully aware of that, and when I take that into consideration, she's actually not too bad, but her voice is annoying to me too. So there, I at least agree with Miljan, and if we use the Eurovision scale, 0 to 8, 10, and 12 points, I will give this 1 point, and that is based on the technical challenging part of this song. How many points will you guys give?
This will shock you, but I'll give it 5 points just based on the song. Ignoring her voice, just on the song, because you can't stop singing it. You hear it and you go around and sing Technicolour. So 5 points just for the song, not for her.
I will give it 10 points and an extra 5 that Milan didn't give.
And Greg?
Yeah, look, I hate doing this to my own country's entry, but especially seeing as I love Montaigne, but specifically talking about this song and this song only, for me, I'll give it a 4. If it was any other of her songs, they'd all be 12 points, but this one, just not my cup of tea.
Well, based on the song alone, I'm going to give it 7 points. I really have a hard time getting the image of Montaigne dancing that weird dance out of my head. So that makes it like really hard for me. So they really have to amp it up, but I do think that 7 points is fair just for the song because it is a good song.
Of course, 12 points. It's my winner. And I did like the performance at Mardi Gras. I have never been to Mardi Gras, but I've been to plenty Pride festivals, and it feels right at home. We didn't have any Pride festivals last year due to Corona, and it felt like being back at Pride. So 12 points, and let's hope that she keeps that performance because I liked it.
Craig, you mentioned that there are so many others of her songs that you like. Can you tell the viewers which songs they should check out?
There's a song that she's got, For Your Love, which is quite amazing.
What should she do to pull this off on stage? Any good advice for Australia? Let's start with the one who has Australia as her winner, Sara.
Well, for me, I want her to keep the performance from Mardi Gras just because I miss Pride so much. I don't think that's the key to making it to the final. But sometimes I think as a Swede, we always try so hard to do exactly what we need. We have the perfect formula to make it to the final. But sometimes you just need to do something that's really memorable. And I think this is the time for Australia to do something like that. Maybe not aim for the final, but just aim for a memorable performance that people will never forget.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in a completely different direction. And if Montaigne were sitting in front of me, I'd say something like, you know, that Mardi Gras performance, do the complete opposite of that, because I really, really genuinely hated it. Like the way that she was, I still, that kick that she did is still in my nightmares. I can't unsee that. I think she needs to do something else. She needs to do something else with her clothes and her hair, and she needs to not do that weird dance, make a new choreography maybe, because she can dance, but it will be really, really hard for her to dance when she's singing such a technically difficult song. I think that was also her issue when she did Don't Break Me in the music video, which was also a live performance, when she just danced around and her voice was shaky. So I think maybe she should leave the dances to background dancers and just not stand still, but like sway to the music or do something that's not that extreme.
Yeah, I think just be herself. Like, you know, if she has a performance that she's proud of and that is truly representative of the music that she does and doesn't qualify, you know, fair call. But to go out and not be yourself and to miss the final on something thinking, oh, that's not true reflection of what I am as an artist, that would be a bit disappointing. So I think be herself, be proud of her performance, and whatever that is, that's up to her and her team. But at least if she goes out and it's a performance that she's proud of and reflective of the artist she is, then I could live with that.
I think that what Craig said is to be herself. You know, she might be listening to too many people because she's still young. So, you know, it's important to stick to what you believe in for yourself and own it. And I see Montaigne as being sort of like a Kate Bush. You know, she's different, she's unusual. Some people love her voice, some people hate it. So stick to that plan and do your strange dancing if you want to. But if you don't want to do it, you know, come out on your skateboard because she likes skateboarding.
Miljan, what do you think? Should she do skateboarding?
She should do whatever she wants to, but not the Mardi Gras performance. I agree with Alberte. I was trying to understand why Sara is insisting on repeating that performance, because no one repeats the performance. And then I remembered, oh, she's from Sweden. They do exact the same performance from Melodifestivalen at Eurovision. So that's where she comes from. I think because the song is called Technicolour, it should be more colorful than the Mardi Gras. It should have all possible colors of the rainbow, but she should stick out from the background, not to go like Switzerland 2019, where Luca and everyone was dressed in red and had red background. You couldn't see them. She should stick out from the background, but have all impossible colors of the rainbow and not dance, because that's exactly what Alberte said, where I totally agree. She should just concentrate on the singing and not on the dancing so much.
With that, I would like to say thank you to our panel and to our viewers. We'll soon return with new panel members and the rest of the 2021 songs. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe and follow Eurovisionary. And bye, guys.
Bye.
Good luck, mate.